Hi my extra abled friends, and welcome again to today's video. Brought to you by Cleaning and Laundry Day at Jennifer Lynn Adams' house. Which means no makeup, and hopefully my hair doesn't look too much like a bird's nest. Anyway, so I'm trying to do my best to get in 2 videos a week on YouTube, and shout out to Sebastian Delaney and Deal Pickle Cafe for your comments on my last video. Thank you so much. And I encourage all of you tuning in to comment below on these videos. I welcome, obviously, positive, constructive comments. But thank you to Sebastian and Deal Pickle Cafe for your concern for the last video that I shared. And this is a follow-up video from the controversial content that I shared before about how I had to report a doctor for taking advantage of me. So the follow-up with that, there is some good news and some progress with that. I heard from the police officer who is actually an investigator, and he is researching and investigating the circumstance and my allegation towards the doctor. So at least there's something moving forward. Also, I did the brave thing this past week. This was very hard for me to do because I think any of you who have had to admit this, it kind of makes you have to swallow your pride, but I called a crisis hotline this last week and for a sexual assault center, and they did refer me to a therapist. So this next week I will be getting in to see a therapist at their crisis center, which I think will help so much because my friends and family can only do so much to listen, but I need professional help. I guess that's not something to laugh at, but it's true. I think that I've learned a lot even up till now about how strong I am. And also, you know, something that I did this week was a lot of internal work of forgiving the person who hurt me, and also sometimes I just haven't felt like some of the people that I've opened up to that are closest to me have been as understanding as I would hope they would be. But I also understand that it's a very heavy thing, and I have to be very patient and understanding even with the people in my life, because, you know, sometimes compassion is tricky of knowing how much of yourself should you give when somebody is in crisis. So anyway, I think something else I've learned this week too is, I don't know if it's just the circumstances, but I've looked back on a lot of broken relationships in my life, and I've kind of been looking at this trend. And this is definitely a commentary on being extra abled. Please, my extra abled friends tuning in, let me know what your experiences are with friendship and just relationships in general in your life. But the trend that I see is, I think in general, when you're extra abled, you kind of already have this sense of not really feeling like you fit in, feeling sort of treated differently, even though you just want to be treated like a friend and a human and, you know, an equal. When I bring something to a friend, like maybe they said something that hurt my feelings, or maybe they did something that came across to me as insensitive, or maybe I just have a concern overall about the mutuality of the friendship or whatnot, you know. But the second that I even speak up, you know, and I think I can say for myself, I'm not perfect at it, but I think I do a pretty good job of speaking up respectfully, like not being accusational or being like, rah, you know, and also leaving room for the other person to talk, and, you know, just like having like sharing my concern and then hearing theirs and just doing my best to reconcile. But oftentimes what happens is everything's going along fine, but as soon as I share something, it's almost like, but I've done so much for you. Like, I help you and I, you know, I'm there for you. And how could you have anything to say except thank you? Or, you know, I just, you know, it's almost like it's unfathomable to them that I could even be upset or have any kind of concern for the friendship. And it just seems unfair, almost as if, well, you know, you need help and I help you, so it just means that you should only have feelings of gratitude and I should just be somebody that you feel only great feelings towards. But if you have, you know, some sort of concern or something that you want to bring up, then you're asking too much. You know, you're asking of that and you're asking this, and it's just too much. And, you know, I find myself in these friendships saying, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I upset you, or, you know, and the thing is that even after saying sorry, they don't apologize either. And the way I have always thought of it is that an apology opens the door to another apology, right? I mean, that's what I would think. But it's almost like they're already so offended that my apology just falls on deaf ears and the friendship goes unmended. And, you know, several of my friendships in the last 5 or 6 years have ended this way. And so I honestly am looking back on this, and I truly want to work on this, because if it's me, I'm completely willing to see where I've gone wrong. But I think that the unfair thing is that I don't necessarily get a lot of feedback from them. It's just kind of like, you have an issue with me, and so we're done. You know, even after I've apologized, even after I've iterated, like, oh, I see your side. Like, you shared this with me, and I can see how you feel that way, and I still feel this way. But it's like, either you're so happy with me and there's no concerns, or we're done. You know, there's not a lot of like dialogue to get back to being at peace. And the thing is that I don't like to fight. I don't mind confrontation when it's handled with decorum and respect on both sides. But I am not the kind of person to dominate someone or yell at them, or like, and if someone's coming at me with some dominant energy, I'm not the type to like try to one up them and dominate them. And so I'll tend to kind of back off and take a break until we can come back after we're sort of like not so heated. But it seems like once I back off, that person just sort of falls off the planet and I don't ever hear from them again. And I'm kind of grieved, because these were friends that I really loved and would never have wanted the friendship to end. But I did feel the need to bring up my concerns. So, do any of you experience this? I think my insight is not that I'm perfect in any way, but what I noticed maybe societally as a whole is there's almost this societal attitude towards extra abled people that, you know, if we do something for you, if we help you, if we create equality for you, if we hire you, if we accommodate you, then it's almost like all we should have in response is just gratitude, which, yes, we should have gratitude when those things are done, because it does make our lives easier and it does open the door. But you know what? we're human too, and what if you're opening the door for us to be, you know, in your company and in your life, and we're bringing a lot to the table too. But I just see this sort of mentality that it's almost like, well, you're below me and you're smaller than me, and so I'm sort of over you and I oversee you, and so if you have any concerns with me, then really, like, your concern is of less value than maybe somebody who is able-bodied. I don't know. You know, it's almost like this, you owe me, you owe me a debt of gratitude. How dare you be upset or have anything more to say than, you know, kiss my feet and tell me I'm great. Am I off here? This is what I'm seeing. I think maybe this is where the inequality comes in. That I think anything done for somebody who's extra able is seen as a charity or as generosity, when why can't it just be that you're creating equality and we are on the same level of humanity, and that doing something to accommodate someone does not alleviate the dynamic of just everyday relationship things like open communication, respect, the equal treatment, you know, that everybody gets to have a voice in what they need and want in a relationship, and that there isn't some sort of debt owed, that extra able people don't owe a debt for being accommodated or for being befriended or for just being themselves. So help me out here, people. And anyone who's watching this, please chime in, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this, because I'm truly open to all insights regarding this sort of social commentary that I'm opening the door to. So let's keep this social commentary going. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. You can expect more of these commentary videos to come. And yeah, please like, subscribe, and all of those good things, and comment below. And I'll see you in my next video.